Alright guys, so obviously Nike has had the upper hand when it comes to the hypebeast and fashion for the last however many years that Nike has reigned supreme. But other brands have been constantly trying to convince the general consumer that they have very hyped collabs as well, and they have been doing a pretty good job. Yeezy obviously met its end in 2023, but they were always on the up and up. And New Balance is another one that just won't quit. And somehow, in the last 3 to 4 years, they have amassed a pretty big fan base for themselves. And it's really no surprise because the materials that New Balance puts on their shoes, the comfort, and everything else combined makes the shoe very desirable as a standalone shoe. And there's no difference when it comes to their collaborations, as they are always very limited and coveted. Now, one of the main collaborators for New Balance is Joe Freshgoods, and he has just released his signature shoe for the year of 2023. In hand today we have the New Balance 990 V4 Joe Freshgoods Outro, and these dropped just around 2 weeks ago, and I finally have them in hand today. So there were 3 990 V4s that dropped at the same time. They dropped at a New Balance Joe Freshgoods event in Chicago, and they also dropped online. They were pretty easy to get if you put in the time and the effort, which I didn't do. So as usual, this shoe is supplied by my trainer, yours truly, so shout out to him for that. But they are going for a decent amount of money, nothing too spectacularly crazy, but definitely above retail. Last year and the year before that, Joe Freshgoods also was able to come out with some pretty good shoes, notably the 990 V3 outside clothes, which I actually had a personal pair of back in the day. So these are the outros. There were also the intros and the caishas as well. So before we jump any further into the details on the shoe, I'm going to talk a bit about the history, and we'll go over the box like we always do. So this shoe is based off the movie Belly, which featured Nas as well as DMX, and released not too long ago. And basically the intro, which is the white pair, I'm going to put them up right here, that was the pair that represented the intro scene of the movie, and like the house that the people were living in. The blue one was towards the middle of the movie and represented the blue screen that one of the main characters is always viewed as being in. And then this one right here, the outro, represents the black suit that DMX is wearing at the end of the movie. And obviously the outro means that it's the end of the movie. So this entire series is based on a movie, which honestly I never would have known unless I did my proper research. So that is neither here nor there, but it just goes to show that a lot of these shoes that you wouldn't really think would have so much behind them really do. Jumping into the box real quick, this is a very nice box. On top we got the New Balance logo. Then we got JFG New Balance on the side, which represents Joe Freshgoods New Balance. It also says made in USA, which these are, for 75 years apparently. And this is the size tag. The paper on the shoe is actually pretty cool. It represents just a bunch of dollar bills done in a purplish pinkish hue, and that is representative of the drug empire that the main characters were able to create in the movie Belly. The shoes also come with an extra pair of white laces, which honestly I think would look pretty cool on this black pair if you were to ask me. So let's jump into the shoe and go over the major details. So from the side, They kind of do just look like a regular 990 V4, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because the 990 V4 is a very good looking shoe. We got the white N, and then we got this kind of like black base with these white dots on top. That is like the best way I can describe it. And all of these white dots are done in a mesh, as well as the white on the rest of the shoe as well. And then the black is done in a suede. So yeah, you got the N for New Balance, you got JFG on the back for Joe Freshgoods. The midsole is done in all black, same goes for the outsole. And the outsole also has endurance in it, which means that it's very, very durable. So this shoe is basically like a tank, just like all New Balances are. Very, very impressive material quality. We'll get into that a little bit more further in on the video, but on the medial side we got the N as well, along with the black and white. On the heel we just got NB, and then also we have some other text that does say 1998 made in USA, and the reason why it says that is because these are modeled after the 98 990 V4s. And then on the tongue right here we got made in USA, and it also does say 990 V4, gotta represent right there. So those are the main details of the shoe. Inside we also have NB made in USA on the tongue, or on the inner rather, my bad. And yeah, very durable shoe, very nice material quality. Let's take a little closer look at that material quality. So this black suede is absolutely magnificent. On the upper of the shoe it's extremely soft and feels like it would be very comfortable underfoot. The white mesh is also a very soft material as well, and feels like it is very durable too, so that's always good. And I've always liked mesh on New Balances. I think it does look really clean with the aesthetic overall. And then we also have this patent leather on these very minute details, which is a cool touch, but I don't know if that's my favorite thing in the world. It's okay, but I'm not a big patent leather guy, so I'm not a huge fan of that detail, but it definitely gives them a bit of a shine from a distance for sure. So this shoe is basically all blacked out with just some white details. I'll show you guys the right shoe as well. It's exactly the same as the left. Same deal all across the shoe. Really nothing different at all. This one actually does have Joe Freshgoods on the insole instead of NB for New Balance. But yeah. As far as comfort and sizing goes, I would go true to size. These are a very like regular shoe. There's nothing like outrageously weird about them when you put them on, which is why I really like them as well. So you'll definitely be able to go true to size with zero issues whatsoever. True to size will be fine. As far as comfort goes, this is a very comfortable shoe. It's not the softest thing in the world, but it definitely has technology that keeps your foot well cushioned and well padded. So with the history and the shoe and like the comfort of it and the model that it is a 990 V4, which is a very well wearable silhouette, I would say these are definitely in the running for top 10 sneakers of the year. I definitely like them a lot. They're super clean. I don't even know how you cannot like these. I think this is a pretty unanimous one to like, if I were to say so myself. So with that being said, I'm gonna end it off here. More to come very soon. Thanks for watching as always. Take care, and I'll see you all later. Peace.